My next guest got a big win, a unanimous decision victory at Fury FC 82 over Kenan Jackson. And of course, it is Shimon the Assassin Smotritsky on the show. Shimon, how are you?
Yo, what's up? I'm
I,
good.
good, man. Good. I'm happy to have you on. Obviously, a win is all that matters, right? You get another win there in the column. Are you happy with the performance, or are you maybe disappointed that you didn't get a finish here?
Yeah, like overall, I'm happy with the performance. Kenan is a good opponent. His only loss is to two losses to two good guys, and it was decisions. He never been finished. I thought I would be the first one to finish him, but he's tougher than what I thought. He came stronger. He came much more dangerous and stronger. More explosive than the fights I saw him previously. So it was a good fight for me. Good matchup. Obviously very good experience. 3 rounds of 5 minutes, and overall I'm happy with the performance. I still like did couple stuff that I will get better in them, but this is part of the game.
Can you elaborate on maybe looking back on the fight, what you feel like you could have done better?
Like in my last fights, like in my last contender fight, I was too rushed to finish, and in this fight, like I came and I say like I will not look for the finish. If the finish will come, so I will use it, and if not, so I will just do whatever I need to win. And this was my mindset for this fight. I came very confident, very calm, and I didn't rush for the finish. Now, when I'm looking on the fight, there was few moments where I could finish him. I remember when I rocked him, but I took too much the time.
Mhm.
So right now, like I need to find the balance. I still getting this experience to understand, like to realize when I can finish, like when I need to rest, and this is part of the experience. But right now, I feel I'm finding the balance.
It's got to be really nice too to go 15 full minutes over, get a win over a really tough guy like Kenan. That's just got to be
Yeah,
good for your confidence to know you can kind of dig deep and go as far as you can to get a win.
yeah, for sure. He's a very good opponent. He's a mature. He's older than me. He's 30 years old. I heard that he was a like D1 wrestler in the college. Like he has a like very strong physique and good conditioning, and yeah, like good experience from him because this is the level of competition that I will meet in the future, and I'm glad that I passed it successfully. Like 3 rounds, I was unanimous decision all the 3 rounds. It's good.
Yeah, no doubt. And you said earlier, Shimon, that you didn't want to rush the finish. You wanted to, let that come to you. What was the game
Yeah.
plan going in that your team wanted you to execute? Did you have something specific that you wanted to do on the feet or on the ground?
Honestly, like from what I from what I learned in the fight game, there's not like really a game plan, because the game plan like changing every time, every second in the fight. Like my game plan was to start the first round very slow, do some feints, work with the jab, like feel the distance, feel Kenan, like check his defenses, and like you saw the fight when the first minute, like first second starts, he jumped on me with three overhands and like shoot me for a double leg. So like my game plan already like
Yeah.
it's not in the game plan that he will like on the first second throw me a big overhand. So I just adjusted. I'm adjusted to the situation, and I knew his strong sides. I know my strong tools, and I just use it smart.
How did you celebrate this win? Is there usually like a go-to meal that you look forward to eating post-fight?
I celebrated. It was very nice. Actually, they come like to my fight around like 30, 40 Israeli people that living in Houston in Texas, and everyone came with flags, and it was very supportive. And after the fight, they invite me to their house. We did big barbecue. There was a lot of good meat, like beers, whatever you want, and we celebrate there. It was very nice. I felt like home, like Israel, but in the US. So the celebrations was nice. And right now, I have connection flight to Israel. So I stopped in New York for a couple of days, eating here all the cookies, all the pizzas and stuff. Right now, I gained already 25 pounds. So maybe I need to chill a little bit. But this is the way I celebrate.
Hey man, fair enough. You get a big win. You deserve to celebrate. I was going to ask you too because I was looking at your measurables. You're 6'2". You got a 74-inch reach. You're a pretty big
Yeah,
welterweight. What is the
yeah.
cut typically like for you? How heavy do you get?
I'm trying like not like previously I was like really big. I was like getting over like 200, 205 sometimes, but it was too rough for me. And the last 2 years, I'm like dating with my girlfriend right now. She's a nutritionist, so she always like making for me the food. She keeping I'm eating clean, you know. Like if I want like in the midnight, eat a little bit chocolate like from the side. She taking, she throw it. She not letting me. So like this cut was my easiest cut ever. I felt great. Like I recovered very well. My last cut was around 13 pounds in the last day, and on fight night I was 185, 186. So I recovered very, very well. So
Okay, that's good to hear.
usually,
Now, I wanted to ask you too, Shimon. But before this fight, your previous fight was all the way back in December. That ended. It
yeah,
was against Charlie Deca. There was an illegal knee that transpired there. Is there a
yeah.
reason why you've had so much time off since? I can't imagine the illegal knee kept you injured or out for too long.
Yeah, no, it's not the because of the knee. Like I was supposed to fight in March, Brave, Brave FC,
Mhm.
the federation. So they was supposed to come to Israel, and I had there already a fight. I was supposed to be the co-main event, and like in the last like 2 3 weeks before the event, they canceled it, and I already like did a training camp, so I was needed to rest. I rest a little bit. I fly to the US. I start to train for a fight. I was supposed to fight on Anthony Pettis show in June, and again I got injured on sparring, uh, and yeah, and then like the injury took me to heal like 1 month, 2 months, and then I started the 11 or 12 weeks camp for the Fury fight.
Okay.
So unfortunately, injury is part of this business.
Tell me a little bit about what camp looks like for you now. I know you're Extreme Couture, and then
Yeah.
you go back home. Are you at Extreme full time when you're in camp getting ready for a fight, or do you bounce around back and forth between home?
No, like when I'm in camp, right now I've been in Vegas 6 months straight. It
Mhm.
was my longest. Usually, like I'm going home, resting after a fight, then coming back for 3 4 months for a camp. Now it was my longest 6 months. So yeah, when I'm in the US, I'm fully Extreme Couture. I really like the environment, the coaches, like the greatest coaches. I think my sparring partners are the best for me. It's like I have there like few guys that I spar with them always, and they're like my big brothers, and they're top guys in the sport. And I learn from them so much, gaining like experience, knowledge, like even not the techniques. It's more of the like the tactic, the mentality that stays behind them, you know.
Mhm.
And I feel like in this fight you could see like how calm I was, how confident I was, like in some like stressful situations when he took me down. I usually like trying to scramble like crazy, like get up as fast as I can. Right now he took me down. Okay, I worked my way up, took the time, like didn't panic, didn't nervous, and yeah, this is the advantage when you're training in such a gym like Extreme Couture.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So I'd have to imagine right around the same weight class as Sean Strickland and Chris Curtis. Are those kind of your main training partners?
Yeah, my main training partners like from these guys is Chris Curtis, Michel Pereira, Sadi Boussi, Sean Strickland, and a couple more guys that like up and coming right now. But usually I work with these guys.
What is it like sparring with Sean Strickland? I mean, you see a lot of viral clips of him just really getting after guys. Tell me what it's like from your point of view.
Yeah, from the start, from the beginning, it was like that. Like I came, I was a new guy in the gym. Sean liked to test the new guys in the gym. We was going very hard, and but then like I earned his respect, and since then like we are good friends. We still sparring hard, yeah. Like there's no easy sparring with Sean, but like after the sparring, he always coming to me, telling me like some tips, and like some adjustments, and yeah, I really feel like grow up. Like with Sean is the hardest sparring probably, but I feel I grow up like after each round with him and getting better the next day.
Yeah, I
for the
can
two.
only imagine because I'll never be in that position sparring with Sean Strickland. It'll never ever happen. Tell me, man. Obviously,
Yeah,
he's fighting for the.
you don't want that, believe me.
No, no, no. I don't. Trust me. I'm well aware. Tell me.
You have no mercy.
I've seen it. Unfortunately, happen to some other people. So I want no parts of that man. He's got a big fight around the corner. He's fighting for the title, Israel Adesanya, middleweight
Yeah,
championship. Tell me how you
amazing.
see that fight going, man. How does he get his hand raised and become the new middleweight king?
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like people on the internet, I see their comments and they like so underestimate Strickland because like even myself, like when I was watching Strickland and I didn't before, like I even know him and spar with him, like I thought like his technique is not really good. Like he don't have something special. Like it's not like a crazy wrestler or like crazy striker. But man, like when you spar with him and like when you in the ring with him, you understand what it's all about. He have like one of the best ever timing, like that I worked. He have like non-stop pressure. He playing with your mind. Like his timing is pressure, like his awareness from all the shots, like he keeping his hands very low, but he aware for everything, and it's very very hard to hit him. He have like very good takedown defense. He scrambles a lot. Like you can take him down, but you can't keep him down.
Mhm.
And like this is some things that until like you not spar with the guy or fight against him, you can't just realize that. So like I think the first 2 rounds will be hard for Sean because Adesanya will be still fresh. He will be moving a lot. He will like strike him from the outside. But the good thing for Sean is pressure, and he have like one of the best cardio I ever saw. Like the guy can push 10 rounds, and like he's not getting tired. And even if he get tired, so he's still pushing the same pace. So I think from the third round and above, Sean will take the pace, and pressure him and start to break him easily. He even might wrestle him.
Do you think he wins a decision? Do you think it's going to be coming down to the judges' scorecards?
It's a hard fight, but I believe in him, and I think he will win the decision.
Okay, fair enough. Let me ask you too about Natan Levy. I saw the video that was released
Yeah,
of him sparring the troll. What was that
yeah.
like? What was that like
It
to watch,
went
man?
viral.
Yes, yes. Tell me what that was like to just be there and see. As a fighter yourself, there's a lot of people that talk junk online behind keyboards. To for this guy to show up in person and take a beating like that. Just what was running through all your fighters' minds watching that?
Not only watch, like I sparred his friend after. I don't know if you saw.
I didn't see the full video. I didn't know you sparred his friend.
Yeah, I sparred his friend. So
Okay.
watch the full video. But yeah, there come like a couple guys. One of them like is a big neo-Nazi supporter, the ginger guy, like Twitter trolls, and there was talking shit like on Twitter and stuff, like so, like defending the honor. I don't know what honor like this neo-Nazi guy have, but he have no honor for me. And they came and defend his honor. So Nathan tell him like no problem, and he told him like I will come and spar you like whenever you want, choose the place, choose the time, everything. Like he was speaking like like the man. And he like props for him that he come for the gym, he showed up, but he get what he deserved. And honestly, Natan was very gentle with him. Like Natan could finish him, he could like break his arm, he could choke him out, but he still like Natan have a good heart, and like he took it light on the kid. But I think he deserves it, and like people need to understand that they have like their words have a weight, and they need to stand behind their words. And like at least this guy show up, like since this video, I got like I imagine how much Nathan got message, but I got at least like 20-30 message that like they speak people trolls me like and talking like crap about Jews and telling me I will come beat your ass and this and that. And like these guys don't even like have a like profile photo in their bio, So yeah, I just don't understand people, but
Yeah, there.
yeah.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of people out there that can be just plain mean. So I can't imagine what that's like being in the public eye as a fighter when people are throwing shade and hating on you. Do you, for the most part, just kind of block it out? Do you ever respond to trolls?
Not really, not really, because I don't see like the reason, the logic in this. You know, like he's not worth my time. It's not worth like my thoughts. So I'm not respond to him. But Natan respond to this guy because this guy like say that, hey, I will come to your gym and I will spar you and I will this and that. And Natan just tell him, okay, like if you want, come. And the guy actually came. So you know, usually they're not coming.
Yeah.
Usually they just like talking behind the computer or the phone. So yeah, if someone will come to the gym and will talk like crap, I will break his face. But if it's just on the phone or on the message, no, it's not worth my time.
Yeah.
So I don't respond to these guys.
Okay, that's a good way to think. I think that's the same mindset that I would take if I was in your shoes. Tell me, man, why is it that Eric Nixick is such a great coach and the coaching staff at Extreme Couture? I've had a chance to interview a lot of the great coaches around the MMA world. I've never spoken to Coach Nixick. Just tell me a little bit about what makes the coaches at Extreme Couture so darn good.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, Eric, and there's like all the coaching staff actually very great. Like if it's Eric or Dennis or Nate or like we have so many coaches that they are so good because if we're speaking only about Eric, so I think what's special in Eric is the energy bringing, you know, like the vibe, the belief that he have for the fighters. Like he giving you like, you know, Eric just get like looking at you, you look him in the eyes, and like he giving you like good energy, like energy of yeah, let's fucking go. I believe in you. We go now to a fight. I'm behind you 100%. You know, in any like win loss doesn't matter. You know, this guy is with you. So this is why I'm really appreciate him, and yeah, I feel like kind of all the coaches in Extreme like that. But Eric like have always like good vibes and everything. You know, so
Yeah.
he's a good coach.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. I wanted to ask you too, just about how much better you are now versus the two times we saw you at Contender Series. Obviously, losses to Mike Malott and Billy Goff. I
Yeah.
have to imagine you've evolved light years since we saw you then. Just tell me how you're better now, and what you learned from those two specific fights.
Yeah, like every fight on the Contender is a different story, but I feel like I'm a different person, different fighter. I am like not a better version. I am like a new version, you know. And I know that like today, if I fight Mike Malott or Billy Goff, I will win them for sure because I know like per skills I'm a much better fighter. And today, like I have the confidence, the knowledge, like the confidence to be calm, you know, in any situation. And the first fight with Mike Malott, I came like from a small gym in Israel. It was my first time in the US. I never been in the US. I never saw so many cameras, you know, the UFC stuff, everything. Like the whole country was behind me. Like I became very famous and popular in Israel just like in one night. And the pressure was too big for me. No, too big. I felt like I can't handle it. I was a kid. I was 20 years old, and my game plan was to stand with him, you know. And I don't even know why I shoot for a takedown, and yeah, I paid for the price for that. And in the second fight with Billy, I just came very hungry, and yeah, you saw like I was like I tried to finish him. I dropped him once or twice, like I was all over him, and I just gas myself out, and you know I didn't stay calm when it started like to hit and everything, and the emotions just was too high for me, too much. And this is the experience that I gained. But I know that per skills I'm much better fighter than them, and I hope I will get a rematch with them in the UFC when I'll get signed. But yeah, you saw this in that fight. I was very calm, very confident, took my time. I didn't rush for the finish, and this is how we will fight now on, because I know that when I'm calm, so I can beat anyone.
Do you think you're going to get another shot at Contender Series, or do you feel like this win here at Fury, and maybe if you get another big win, that you've proven yourself to get a straight shot into the UFC? What do you think is next? What do you hope is next?
Honestly, like I would like to get more fights before I'll sign the UFC, to get more experience, to get maybe a couple nice finishes. I'm not rushing to the UFC. I just turned 23 a couple days ago,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know if it will be Contender, tough, if it will be short notice. I don't really think about it. I stopped to think about this stuff because It's just, like it's make me nervous, and like I just present, I'm training, I'm preparing for a fight, I coming, I fighting, I winning, and when the opportunity will come, I will take it. But one thing for sure, I know that the opportunity will come, and I will be ready, and I will win my UFC debut, and I will go up the rankings. So it can happen like in next month, it can happen in next year. I don't know. I'm just staying ready.
And you're only 23 years old. My goodness, you're still so young. So you have so much time to accomplish all your dreams. That in itself, to know that you've already been there, right? You've already had a couple of opportunities. Now you're training at one of the best gyms in the world. That has to give you a lot of confidence and hope for what is to come in your future.
Yeah, for sure. Like the thing that I feel that I train in Extreme Couture the past like 6 months, 1 year, it just giving me like perspective about my level, about my skills, where I'm at. I'm standing toe to toe with the top 10, top 5 UFC fighters, welterweight and middleweights, and I know that my skills is right there. The only thing for me is just I fixed my mindset. I don't like get excited anymore from the big lights and the big cameras and the media and everything. I used to it because when I came to the Contender, I came from a country that no one knows what is MMA. Like we know only what is football and basketball, and like the amount of support and cheering I got from people, and like UFC and everything was so big for me. Like I couldn't handle the pressure because I never been there. It's much easier. Like when I train at Extreme, I see like people that are living in Vegas training there. It doesn't matter if it's Vegas, Miami, like Los Angeles. People that train with the UFC fighters. Like for me today, UFC fighter like is something normal. Like of course he's a UFC fighter. He's good. He's a UFC fighter. I'm good. I'm gonna be a UFC fighter. But like before that, like when I trained in Israel and I came to the Contender, like UFC fighter is something like like someone who like astronaut, something not real. And today for me it's not normal, and I'm not excited from like get nervous from this anymore. So this is why I know that now I'm on the right path. I have the skills, I have the talent, I'm working hard, and I will get there.
Can't wait to see what's next for you, Shimon. Again, congrats on the recent win. Looking forward to seeing you back in action whenever that is. Before we do sign off here today, I want to give you the floor. If you want to plug your social media, go ahead. If there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors that you have, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so follow me on my social media because I have a big future, and remember my name. I'm gonna fight again this year, hopefully November or December. And yeah, just thank you for everyone who following me, supporting me, my sponsors, the people behind the scenes that support me. And yeah, thank you to everybody, and watch me fighting again this year.